So that's that dealt with, and we should be good to go. So here we are. This is it. It's that time. It's that time, isn't it? It's that time indeed. And welcome everyone to my live stream. I'm Danny C. Let's get down to business, shall we? I hope everyone's doing good, and I hope everyone is well. So this is it. This is my first meeting of Jimmy Codger's British Touring Car Championship, as it is round 2. Having missed the first meeting as our away last week, and let's see what the rest of the championship has to offer. So we are at Circuit Lago Maggiore for the second round of the BTCC Championship. That is run by Mr. Jimmy Codger. So let's get straight to it then. So what's going to happen for this meeting is there's going to be 10 minutes qualification with the 15-minute sprint race with no tyre wear, no fuel consumption rating on there. I'll just come back into the pits here. So and then after the sprint race, there's going to be a 30-minute feature race, which you would need to use the racing hards and racing mediums for the feature race. I have no idea what to expect, having managed to get some practicing in from last night, and because we've got a pretty competitive field, then we'll just see how the rest of the Boaster race goes. So obviously, and that of course will be my first weekend meeting of Jimmy's British Touring Car Championship as a defending champion from season 3, having won the British Touring Car Championship from season 3. So for the driver standings, we've got Clay Jacks, who is leading the championship, along with LEC Ben, who is in P2. I think Legion's in P3. So obviously for myself, I'm just going to go out there and just do the best job I can, and then in terms of getting the results of it, and focus on the next race of it in hand after giving my all. So let's see what I can do with this one. As we've got Clay Jacks with a 129.5, and so yeah, yep. So let's get some laps in while the practice is underway. So I'm purple in the first sector by not much. So just a bit of work to do on the middle sector until we find out what the final sector has to offer. So purple in sector 2. Didn't take me long to get myself up there. As we've got Hado up front in the Will Hoy's Toyota, BMW, whatever that is, delivery on the car. Cheers, pal. Let's see what time can I get this time round. Although I was quicker, but then I just lost a bit of time on the last sector. So I'm just less than a tenth down on this sector. As LFC Ben tops the time with a 1:29.2. Oh, just got a bit grass hop in there. As we've got the Tyler man in the Nissan Primera T Dynamics livery on from Matt Neal. I'll just let this person by, as I'm not on the fast lap anyway. So a bit of work to do from my side in order to find a few temps, especially what is well, session best says like on the current lap, but the optimals are on 29.3. But I can go faster than that if I can. So qualifying is starting, although I may be up on the first sector on this one. Cheers, pal. So it could be any moment when the 10 minutes qualification begins. And then qualifying is underway for the sprint. So good luck, everyone. Obviously got a 10th or 2 in there, just depending how the track rounds up. So I'm just gonna sit back for 30-45 seconds, obviously, unless some people could please them to wait along the same time as I am. So we set the brake balance to 5 to the rear. I'll be getting some people copying my brake balancer. So just let these people by. And there's Legion there in the Nissan Primera. Go up, go. So this is Legion and one of the championship contenders of last season's British and Jimmy Codger's British Touring Car Championship as of season 3. He came third on that one, having missed the one and only meeting, which obviously he was still within mathematically a chance of winning the Touring Car Championship, but it was just not meant to be. Has had it all under control, and then we got to LSC Bend further up the road. Just wants to have some clear track, and which is pretty understandable. And I'm just gonna stay back a bit, and then Ben's just get the tyres warmed up as well as the brakes. Come on, get on with it. Get on with it. And qualifying begins now. Foot to the floor. Let's see what I can do. Bit of a power slide there. Hitting the curb just a touch there. A 31.6 in sector 1. So we're starting to see some quality times coming through. And Butler with a 29.0. Unless he's on a tow with somebody, I'm not too sure. Oh, somebody's had a spinner there. That's LSE Ben, who managed to get it to P2. Was looking to improve his time, but not on this occasion. We've just over 5 minutes left. Let's see, what time can I get on this one? It's a low of 29. Two tenths up on this one, looking promising. Let's see, what time can I get on this one? I've got another couple of laps left in me, as I'm P3 right now. Oh, just got a bit deep there. Gone wide, I should say. But we've regained focus. Gonna take a quick sip of water while I'm on the straight. So there's Butler on pole and Clay Jack's the championship leader in P2, and there's myself in P3 with LEC Ben in P4. So I got somebody behind me to bear in mind a bit, because somebody will be taking advantage of a bit of a slip. So we've got a car up front and all. Last couple of laps. So we're just about to begin the last flying lap after this corner, which is all we've got time for on this one. Probably not going to be my best lap, but this is all or nothing if I were to make up some places. So we've got LFC Ben on pole position by the smallest of margins. He might get to one more lap in if he can. So a 28 is possible if somebody can pull out something magical out of the bag. So I've got these two, looks like the qualifying's done. This is Butler there, and Marty. And then Shadow by thousands of a second who just picked me. So that puts me down to P5. All to play for. All to play for. Well on to LFC Ben, Butler, Claire Jackson, Shadow who finished ahead of me. So obviously a lot to play for. But Butler in the other hand, in the Volvo, just literally, what a lap for Butler, which I don't know if he's got any sandbags lurking around his car whilst practicing, but so this is where it stands. So we've got LFC Ben on pole position with Butler in second, Clay Jackson third, Shadow in fourth, Danny C in fifth, Marty in sixth, Handy Pint in seventh, Legion in eighth, and then there's King's Court in ninth, Egberg in 10th, Astor Moon in 11th, Hado in 12th. I've got the Tyler Man bringing up the rear in P13. So, but there's not really much between what is one P1 with a 129.0 to what is 9/10 between pole position and 11th. That's just crazy. So we'll give ourselves a moment, and I'm good for a toilet because I've been one of as well. Been for one. I'm in danger, says Butler, in a reference to Ralph Wiggum, who's admitted that he's in danger. So there is going to be some danger whichever you look, but who's going to be good at the start line? And then we've got obviously some serious contenders who are looking to make sure they get a good start and keep their noses clean. And so we'll just get a drink, and I'll be 2 secs. just in the nick of time. Have a good race, and good luck, everyone. And let's get down to business. I do the talking on the track. So whenever we're ready, we are good to get the first race of the evening for round 2 of Jimmy Codger's British Touring Car Championship at Maggiore, Italy. Bearing in mind, grid start with 4-star check is on, so please consider to use a handbrake or foot brake. There we go. The build up. Get the brake balance to 5 to the rear. Let's do this. So got through the first couple of corners okay, right within shadow slipstream, with LFC Ben and Glajax disappearing off to try and battle for P1, and I'm going to have to follow the lot of them and all. And I've got Legion bearing harassing me and all. Give him enough room there. And we've got Marty squabbling with Legion. We've got Ben going wide there. So I'm just assessing the situation and letting these people have a squabble, and I'll just make my way to Pounce. So we're up into P4. Next up, whoever in the top 3. LFC Ben in my sight at the moment, reeling in Butler in the battle for P2, while Clayjax tries to break the toe. So we just need to keep the lines tidy and the mistakes to as minimum as possible, which is the main objective of this race. Oh, Clayjack's going a bit wide with LEC Ben going a bit argy-bargy there. Oops. Sorry. Go. No stress. It's just some little things, isn't it? Made my job a little harder after the clash with Butler, but oh. Who's going to be last on the brakes on this one? So I made up some places. Oh, somebody's had a spinner, whoever that is. Oh, it's Hado. Sorry to see that, buddy. So I'm right within striking distance of Asmoon for P9, and then I got Butler up ahead as well. So who's going to be last of the brakes? Can I make a move down the inside? Somebody's had a spinner there. That's Handy Pint and Edberg having a moment of their own. Not sure what happened there, but so we've moved up a couple of places. We've got Asmoon in company as well, who's not giving up that one. So I can see a sea of cars up front, so I'm not really done too bad to say that I've lost some ground. Oh, he's still there. Asmoon's still there. So from what I can see up front is Butler and Marty fighting over P5, whereas you got Legion, Clayjacks, Ben and Shadow in the battle for the win, by the looks of things. Just makes you wonder what could have been in it if it hadn't been for that moment early in the race. But and from there on, I've made some places back, best I could. Start to P5 and if I finish at the end of this race, then I've only lost 2 places, so it's not the end of the world. But then it's just what will happen there is that the grid, there's a reverse grid taking place, and so we're just gonna keep your nose clean, stay out of trouble best I can. Hope to do better than this race, of course, I feel, but yeah. So we're on effectively the last lap of the race now. So LFC Ben wins the race with Clay Jackson P2 and Shadow in third. Ooh, tough start to my title defence, but there's always another opportunity on the next one. So grab the replays if you want them, and just want to spare a moment to show some sportsmanship, and because it's just it happens, don't it? There we go. So the replay is saved. So it was just a rear end tap. Yeah, it was just a rear end tapper. That was all. Then, because when Butler was going sideways, and with little time to react to that, then obviously there was just nowhere to go. But at the same time, then I felt bad of it with enough content that was done. So therefore, that it was just one of those things where it's just one of those incidents where I just had to deal with it on our record. But we move. Oh, it's all good. I'm in it for the fun. That's that issue out of the way. That's good to that's good from Butler. It's all to accept the apology, but he's in it for the fun. But like I said, I'm not expecting too much of it from myself, and yeah, so yeah. I can feel the heat with the you know how humid it is in my area, and as well as the electronics a bit on there as well. So it's you know, just pretty warm, and then apparently for the next couple of days it's going to be really warm, especially in temperatures of 29 degrees Celsius, maybe more unless weather updates itself every 30 minutes or so. But in that case, at least I'm able to, because what we got there, so I'll be in the top 5 somewhere like that for the reverse grid. Obviously, because we had somebody who's just left, so that will put us back to where we started really. P5 in the sprint, so P5 will be mine for the feature. And obviously we've got Clay Jackson, others who finished in the top 3 will be started at the back. So let's enter this. So let's see, as I'm really curious to see what the event settings are. Okay, so that's good to know for sure. That's good to know. So obviously we start off with you know, just with the well, just enter, and then I'm just going to go for a quick toilet break, and I'll be back 2 secs. So let's see what tyres is everybody on. So we've got Shadow on the hards, Pint on the medium, Butler, Marty, Ben. They're on the hards, and got Ben and Tyler Mann. So I've got the initial fuel set to 85 litres, so then it's just a case of navigating my way through the fields, and obviously Tyler Mann's on pole position, so therefore it's going to be tough to just to keep your nose clean, where we got some drivers who have finished lower than the last race. And and look at that beautiful sunset of at Maggiore. So I've got a couple of drivers together. One of them's to slow out. Got Pinto's on auto driving with the pause button, who's standing in for glowing gold. So I wonder if he's on a hard tyre, which I'm going to have another look on the on there. So I was 1.1 second ahead, so that does give me a rough idea as to see how many laps can I get along with the fuel. So what's the fuel looking like? So I can get to 7 laps or something, even if I go flat out. But they're just gonna manage the tyres as well as the fuel just a little bit, and whilst saving my way past people. And so we'll have a look once more. See what Codger is on. So he's on the racing mediums, and Marty's on the hards. Shadow's on the hards. Butler's on the hards, and then we've got to. So we have Clayjack's on racing mediums, and then Shadow, of course, who's gone into the pits, having pitted for some. Just to give a breather. Obviously, Clayjack's as well. So as it looks, I'm P6. So obviously just one place up from where I finished, and then one place less than where I started from the sprint. So not be long till we get the feature race underway. And I'll be back for another toilet break. Be too. And we're back. And we're back. So, 3-minute start. So obviously, a lot to do I'm sure of that. So we'll just have a quick look at Marty making the hard tires last long, even with the initial fuel levels just well, probably getting to around 7 laps, should I say, or maybe 6. And then we've got Tyler Man, Last Moon, chilling on the runoff. So Legion, Ben, Clayjack's on the hards, Ben on the mediums. I may as well just go for the hards. Just get the into the rhythm with the hards. Keep my nose clean as best I can. Stay out of trouble, and then we'll just see how the rest of the field goes. Oh. Right. So any moment now, we're about to begin the feature race. Obviously, most people on their hards, and let's go. So I'm in 6th place. So steady away. Oh, Pike's gone wide. So we're making up some places. So I just have to be mindful of these 4. It's going to be tight, it's going to be close. Do I make a move down the inside? Oh! Fucking hell, that was close. And LEC Ben's right behind me as well. So it didn't take long for Clay Jackson and LEC Ben to catch up to me. Ooh. Had to get a car in between with Clay Jackson, who is ahead of LFC Ben at the minute. know, just... It's no stress, mate. It happens. We're pointing in the right direction. That's Moon's going way wide there. I see Seb to have second penalty for track limits. So Clayjax has come in as he's pitted too for the new tyres, of course. You can see LFC Ben pushing along. So right within striking distance for P2. Who's going to be last on the brakes? So we're getting somewhere, having done 5 laps of this motor race so far. So I might do a one-stop on this one. And obviously Ben's coming in. So he was on the mediums, and so too was Shadow, of, should I say. My apologies. So just to get at least 2 more laps out of this, and I'll be in much better shape for later on in the race. And I've got Legion in company as well, and Moon will look to be on the hard compound tyres. So how many laps is there like per lap, and how long does it take per lap? And say like 2 laps, I mean 2 minutes. So Legion's in. So I'm gonna have to come in at the end of this lap as I'm low on fuel. So I'm coming in at the end of the step. Come on, car. So this is it. Sticky new tyres. With enough fuel. It's Danny C time. Let's get down to business and do the talking on the track. He wants it. Not giving me anything. I'm not finished yet. Come on. Battle for P2 on the road. Nothing between us. Get the lines tidy. We've got Legion up for company as well, so we best make a move on if we were to catch up to Clay Jackson. Oh, he's defending, he's defending. This is take 2. And Clayjax has had to come in for... Oh, Shadow's not giving that one up. We're in fact, we're in the lead of the race. Come on. We're squabbling. Got Legion on our ass. Come on then. Where are you gonna go? You want a little push? I'll give you a little push. Because if he keeps wobbling, yeah, we've got Legion all over us. Oh, I forced him into the issue. Will he get a penalty for track limits? Yes, unfortunately. The mistake has occurred for one of the challengers. Obviously he's coming in for some new tyres, and I've got Legion on my ass and all. Just not putting enough fuel in it. Crap. Not to worry. Might be just enough. Maybe just enough, so we should be okay. Considering that it's a 2-lap, and obviously Legion's looking to set one in the inside. Which way is he going? Oh, he's coming into the pits. So I could do it. I could do it. I just need to get the job done. That's all I need to do. So 2 laps left. Let's bring it home. So I'm building up a gap nicely, you know. Having started on the hards, went on to the mediums. So around the final corner to begin the what is effectively the final lap of this race, and many of you have been questioning, you know, time and time again, and then questions have been raised, well, from the last meeting of the Gran Turismo 7 Online League Racing Championship, when I last participated in one in the Honda Civic Touring Car Championship back in November, where I've wrapped it up with a championship to my name in the single player series, and obviously online, of course. And the question for Danny C, is this the start of Danny C's championship campaign as the reigning champion, having missed the first meeting, having been away, but he came back and did the talking on the track. Although some of them scenarios where he had some off moments, and then the way that he rose to the occasion, and he just kept his head down, stay focused, and regain the confidence to be sure that you stand a chance of a result. As we're approaching the Sector 2, around the hairpin for one last time. Fuel's looking good, and then Marty's in P2 and Haydo in P3, Clayjack's in P4. So what could have been for the championship contenders, along with Clayjack's and LSE Ben, who look to be settling for 4th and 5th, with Legion having pitted twice. And then so I started on the hard compound tyres and went on to the mediums to be sure I get the fuel and the tyres last to do a pit stop, and therefore navigate my way around the final few corners. And of course, when it's Danny C time, it's Danny C time. As around the final corner at Maggiore, and Danny C takes the race win as he wins the feature race. Get in there, Danny! Let's go! Yo! 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 Ah! Marty in second, Haydo in third, Clayjack's in fourth, LFC Ben in 5th, and Legion manages to get 6th place. And yeah, whoa, having had a bit of a difficult moment in the sprint, I rose to the occasion for the feature. Well done, everyone. Grab the replays if you want them. So I just want to say well done to Marty and Hado in the top 3. No problem, Butler. My pleasure. My pleasure. No problem, Ben, and well done for today as well. Have a great evening, whatever you're up to. Just to see if I can get into the interview, which I've got a notification there. So what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be put on mute, and I'll catch you on the interview, which I still like be live from a perspective. So yeah. So I'm just about to enter the interview room.
Minutes 7, and Handy Point in 9th, Shadow down in 10th, so something must have happened with Shadow. We didn't see it, but that's not the best of results there for Shadow in that one. Ekberg in 11th, and then Tyler bringing up the rear in 12th place.
See, Shadow was enjoying that till my wheel misclicked the wrong tyres. Oh no, with the analog stick. Oh, so he's chose the wrong tyres, so maybe he was a bit slower. But I'll just get a screenshot of that, just make sure. I've got the other one, Adam, so I'll send those over to you, matey. We've managed to get some of the drivers in the chat. I bet they're all worn out, but they're ready for a drink. So who have we got in the chat? I'm sure I saw Danny C pop in.
You got Legion in here, and you got Hado.
Oh, well, I tell you what. Let's go to the race winner. We'll do Hado first. Sorry, we'll do Danny C first. Danny C, how was that for you, mate?
Good to be back. Enjoyed myself, which is the main thing. And firstly, thanks for running the championship, James, as always, along with Adam for the comms, and well done to those who took part, and GGs to those who finished in the top 3. So obviously I said to myself that I just needed to, having missed the first meeting, then I just thought, just go out there and just do the best you can, regardless, and I enjoyed myself.
Good. That's the main thing. That's all I ask for here, is that everybody enjoys themselves. I'm just wondering if I can get.
Danny, we did see an incident on the stream. Well, it looked like an incident between yourself and Butler in the sprint race. Initially on the stream, it didn't look like there was contact, but you slowed down and let him back pass. So obviously you felt like you tagged him and spun him out. What was that from your point of view?
So from my point of view, and obviously when I was in the battle along with a few other drivers, for the race win, and when Butler was just going a bit sideways out of the corner, then it was just the little time to react to it, to avoid about that slide. Well, I had the driver out of the hairpin, the first hairpin, and I felt like there was a bit of a contact to it, from my perspective, and then which sent Butler Nerval sideways and off the racing line, which I felt bad for him, as I just want to rather just be a good sport than just be selfish to carry on, and then. So we sorted it on the chat, and so there's no stress. I mean, it's no big deal because I've had to get the place back, rightly so, and keep on going.
We saw that. That was brilliant racing respect. Jimmy said it on the comms. That's exactly what we want to see. Like I said, from our perspective, it didn't look like there was contact, but you did the right thing anyway. If there was, we know it wasn't malicious, but still a great result anyway in the feature race for you.
Yeah.
Well done again, Danny. So we'll move on to the driver of the day from round 1, Hado, the man who hates that track.
Yeah, First race was very difficult. To be honest, I spun and crashed and I was suddenly last place. Gained 1 place back, but when I started in the front row, I was like, I was in the mid pack. I should be starting like in the middle and not in the front. But anyway, it was a difficult race. Early shifted very much, so had low RPM, safe fuel, safe
Don't
tires,
give all your secrets away. We're calling you Mr. Feature at the moment because you've seen. Don't give all your secrets away because I tell you what, you impressed both me and Adam last week.
I know how
week.
I can save the fuel, but I don't know how I save the tires. But yeah, then I went on to hards, and last couple of days I've been driving Assetto Corsa Evo on my PC, and I have learned like how to deal with neutral steering and with hard tires. So when I was on the hards, it was like, oh, I know this feeling, like the sliding, and I think that helped with my pace. And it was kind of surprising.
There's the secret, Jimmy. There's the secret. Run on a different game and practice.
Yeah, it doesn't stand to reason, does it? But it's Hado's obviously proved the theory wrong. But another good result for you, Hado. You've got a full-time seat now in for Team BMW, so
yeah,
some great points there. Thanks ever so much. You were far. I said this to Adam. You missed it straight. We got in. He said you're available for the races, and I thought, do you know what? Who deserves a full-time seat more than anyone? And Hado, you stepped up to the plate, and you've done us proud, mate. I just hope, as long as you're enjoying it and just keep doing what you're doing, and yeah, it's really going to spice the tables up. So I think you'll have put a cat amongst the pigeons, so to speak, in the top guys, because you're really holding your own there.
Yeah, one more time, thank you for the seat as well. And I also want to congratulate Danny C for the first place. He also drove very amazing.
Man. Thank you.
And LFC Band as well in the first race. Nice battles. I had the stream open, so I was also watching and communicating.
See, they do it, Adam.
Yeah. So I was driving on the straights and I'm looking on my tablet. I'm like, oh, that's a nice fight.
Yeah. Well, the F1 drivers do it on the big TV screens, don't they? So, well, thanks again, Hado, and I will move quickly onto Legion. So, a bit of a... You did say from the beginning that you didn't like this track. Well, Hado did as well, but we all knew what happened there. So, how did you find that overall, Legion, or Martin?
Where do I begin? For me, it's just I'm not so good at the fictional tracks. Like I don't really pay attention to them. Like I prefer the real life tracks. So this one here for me was always going to be a bit of a nightmare. But considering I was expecting to finish like dead last because I was well off the pace, somehow during the races I managed to find a bit of pace and I almost got fastest lap on the final lap there. So I mean, the pace was there. I probably should have practiced a bit, but I'm pretty happy with my result. I mean, I've got a bit of a leeway. I had a decent finish in the sprint. Obviously, that'll have to do for now, and we'll just have to move forward going from here. So, yeah. Bit of a disappointment.
Yeah, but you've always had that spirit, Martin. You never give up, and sometimes these things come to bite you where you think you're doing the right strategy, and then we saw Clayjacks come in with just under half a tank of fuel and half-worn tyres, and we thought, what's he up to here? But after last week, we're not gonna guess what Clayjacks is doing. So, yeah, it seemed to work for him, and he did what I thought he was doing, was just basically trying to get enough fuel to cover the pit stops from the medium guys, and it seemed to work out in the end. But I tell you what, you keep raising the bar, you guys, every week, and it's only the second week. We're going to be flat out by the end, Adam, aren't we?
Oh, definitely, yeah, and it was the range of strategies that we saw through that race. I mean, that's what's brought Haydo into third place in that race because of his strategy. Marty suddenly snuck in out of nowhere and finished
Exactly,
second.
yeah.
And the guys that you, if you like, half expect to be up the front, kind of, in a way, struggled a little bit around here, didn't they? So it's really, really helping for the championship. And yeah, it's going to be interesting to see what the next track is and how they all attack that one.
Yeah.
Well,
if I may, that's going back to what I said before. Like, from race one, you cannot count anybody out. Like,
Definitely
there's
not.
so many different things going on, so many different like class of drivers that there's just it's not predictable. Like, people I thought, for instance, Astral, for instance, who would, if everyone else was doing alright, would normally be towards the back due to a mistake or two or an incident. Even he was in the top 10, and yeah, so I mean, everyone's pulling out way more than you would expect. So it's going really well.
I'm glad you mentioned that, because I actually said it in the comms. Astral started on pole from the reverse grid. And he was holding his own against some of the quickest guys I have ever seen on this game. And what a performance. He finished 8th overall. But I'm sure it was 8th, wasn't it, Adam? I think it was 8th.
Yeah,
I can't remember. I think it was 8th, yeah.
But to hold... he wasn't holding anybody up, and that's what I got comments from last season. It's not for the slower guys. They're all quick in their own right. But he was mixing it with the likes of LFC Ben, yourself. He was mixing it with Butler. He was mixing it with Clayjacks. And the respect shown, and there was some great racing. There was side-by-side action for half a lap. And yeah, there's a couple of standout drivers tonight, but there's no one person, but I would say, yeah, watch this space for driver of the day. But it's
100%.
we were treated to some fantastic racing again. I'm just conscious of time for you, Adam. Are you okay?
Yeah, no, I will be dusting off in a minute because I had another manic Friday, but
yeah, that's cool.
Not helped by manic racing, but it was enjoyable. It was getting to the point where I just wanted to sit back and watch it rather than commentate on it. But yeah, as I said after the last round, if that's anything to go by for the rest of the season, we are going to be absolutely knackered by the end of it.
yeah, I can echo that. I can echo that sentiment.
I mean, well, for me, I'll be honest. I'd already had a beer before I even started because it was just so intense. I was just like, you know what, I need to calm down. So I've already had a couple of beers, so I'm right there with you, Adam.
We're not advocating drink driving, by the way, ladies and gentlemen.
That's probably what messed me up in the first place.
So, right, on that note, I'm going to wrap the stream up. Wow.
Thanks for having me.
No. Thanks for having you guys. It wouldn't take part. I mean, yeah, I can put it all together, but without you guys on track, it wouldn't be a series. So, yeah, my thanks goes out to each and every one of you who've taken part.
My pleasure.
Sorry, can I just say congratulations to the front guys, because I realised I hadn't said it yet. So, congratulations, guys, and
that's what we like.
Appreciate it.
That's what we like to hear. That's what we're all about here. Respectful racing, close, clean. There's going to be rubbing. That's touring cars.
Bring on the next one.
Exactly. I will be releasing the track probably Sunday/Monday.
So that was the last round two of Jimmy Codger's British Touring Car Championship. Started like on the front foot, obviously looking like a promising race for the sprint, but it's not meant to be. But obviously did great to showcase the sportsmanship on the track. And for the feature, a totally different story. Therefore, I made the tyres last up long enough, and the fuel as well, to be sure that I completed those the required tyre types and get the job done. So that's what got me the win in the feature race, which brought a smile onto my face. So next time we'll be live is on Tuesday, for something a little different than doing some open lobby racing. A chilled one, of course. So more details on that, and I'll catch you all in the next one. So well done to those who took part, and well done to those who finished in a good result, and we bring on the next one. So we're just gonna keep our heads down and stay focused and keep pushing, and not give up until the end, and enjoy the roller coaster of the highs and the lows, whatever the championship's gonna go. And yeah. Anybody liking the content, smash that like button and subscribe if you haven't. And on that note, I'm going to have to cut short. Thank you all for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye.